We like to have at least 4 targets so that we have to test our radar skills and our lookout skills. Today's scenario was built around T-38, simulating basically a MiG-21. We wanted to make them come up at high altitude where our airplane has a performance advantage, and then we wanted to force them into a turn and fight so we could practice flying against that smaller airplane, fighting one guy while you try to find the next guy who's jumping into the fight. We had one radar that didn't work in the flight, which unfortunately was mine, so we did some switching around in rolls, and we switched leads around, and now the number 3 guy, my number 3, ends up with the lead of the fight, and his radar and the other guy's radars take us into the visual environment against the T-38s. My first merge on today's fight, I was flying on the wing of my number 2 man, who has a lead because he's got the good radar. My first pickup on the T-38s was a visual pickup as they flew over the top of us. He flew over the top of my airplane and started a conversion down, and because we're at high altitude, my airplane has a maneuver and intake and his doesn't. I've got a thrust advantage, and so I was able to turn my speed initially into some turn rate, and pretty soon I'm driving an offensive advantage, although I traded some airspeed to do it. And we ended up going around about 2 360s at 20,000 feet while I'm working to get in position to use my gun. And because my radar didn't work, I want to get in close because my sight's not going to be as accurate, and I want to make sure I'm close so that the bullets are actually going to hit him if I shoot. So I drive back to a position behind him. I unload my airplane to get the energy I need to go up to him because he's trying to go higher than I can get, hold me off from getting there. So I get a few extra knots of airspeed, and then I pull up with him. I'm able to point at him, and now he has to come down, and I've got the thrust advantage. So once he starts coming down, I'm driving the fight, and I'm able to saddle up behind him for a gunshot and finish that engagement.
Ready, getting going? Going uphill. All right, let's terminate. Let's terminate. We're total. Have to kill on the bandit. Where's visual? Here, let's pick up right here. He's only heading here. Work. 53 has 87 square balanced.
I'm combat ready, and again, I'll break that down into a couple of reasons. I've been doing the same job every day for 7 years, and I've had the benefit of all the schools that the Air Force offers in air combat training, starting with undergraduate pilot training through F-15 school into an operational unit, off to fighter weapons school to become an instructor in tactics and the weapons that we use in the airplane. But the most important part is I've had 7 years of doing this job every day, day after day after day.